Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Dustin Lukey. The Summit on Childcare at Western Technical College brought together providers and community leaders to try to find some ways to improve access and sustainability. Now, one major concern is staffing, as many professionals have left their positions, sometimes involuntarily due to pandemic layoffs. Trying to replace those now in-demand positions has been difficult for some time, but Angie Wells of the Cooley Children's Center feels that there is momentum for people to pursue a career in the field of childcare.
I know the important work that my staff do every day, my educators do. I know all the stuff that our children learn every day, but I think the community as a whole, both locally, regionally, and nationally, are starting to see that work and to know that most of development happens between birth to 5.
Wells adds that her center has a waiting list with dozens of names on it right now, showing that while cost can be a barrier for some, the service is in high demand, and so too are resolutions to prevent rising costs while still having centers able to pay their employees. News 19's Bowen Kadrovich takes a look at why that takes so much input.
Parents cannot pay more. We are asking more than we should of parents already.
When it comes to cost, the childcare crisis takes a toll on the whole economy.
It's not just families with young children impacted by the childcare crisis. Businesses are impacted because their employees can't work if they don't have childcare, which then in turn affects the economy.
Childcare facilities are both public and private institutions, which is why not one organization alone can solve this issue.
What we need to attack as a community is figuring out new ways, new partnerships, long-term partnerships that can bring new revenue streams into the business of childcare.
Brian Fukuda also claims partnerships with private businesses and childcare facilities could potentially lead to economic growth.
A piece of that solution could be businesses, other employers in the community that are helping to subsidize the cost of childcare in order to get more people into the workforce.
A source of the issue is childcare establishments cannot operate and maintain a quality staff under the current money they make.
Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen says it's market failure, right? There's tons of demand for it, but the supply at that price point doesn't exist. Parents can't pay more, right? So it's a failed market.
Ruth Schmidt compares childcare to public schooling for a possible solution when looking at government funding.
We determined as a nation that once children are 5, they're going to be in a public school system, and we are going to use tax dollars to pay for that. We don't do that with childcare, and it takes political will to determine to try and move that needle.
Whether from private or public sources,
you cannot provide cheap care. You can't fix this without putting money on the table.
Proper funding will be crucial. From La Crosse, this is Bowen Kadrovich, News 19.
Ruth Schmidt also says that even before the pandemic hit, 120,000 children under the age of 5 did not have childcare.